What is up, guys? Abixis here, coming at you with another Overwatch video. This time I got a fun one. This one took a long time to decide on. We're doing all of the skins for Reaper ranked. Now this was the hardest of the skin videos so far because I realized Reaper has a lot of good skins. This was one of the hardest to come up with an order, but we're going to get right into it. We're going to go a little more off the cuff. I think people liked that Ash video more, where it was less edited, more just natural, so we're going to roll with that. Starting off with the bottom of the list. Now this is hard, but I'm going with Moss as the bottom, then Midnight, then Royal, then Blood. Starting out with the basic recolors. I don't feel like these do much to add to his character. I'd probably rather just roll with the base skin, and if we're going to be buying skins, I probably would buy something over these. So those, pretty self-explanatory, pretty simple, pretty easy to understand. After that, we're going to go into another recolor, but a little bit better. Desert has a little bit of that camo look going. I think it's a little bit better than the basic ones, but still nothing too crazy special. Now, first off, going into our next skin that is actually a real change, but I'm not a big fan of it, is Calavera. I don't think this skin is terrible, but there's just something off about it. The back end looks really cool. Something with just the original Reaper looking pants and not much of a change down here, and then this drastic change up top doesn't do too much for me. Now this is going into the next skin. We're going to be going into one that I think a lot of people seem to like, the Lion Luchador. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't think it fits Reaper very well. I definitely think it's weaker than the other Luchador skin, which is a little bit farther down the list, but I just don't think this one's all that amazing. So moving on to the next one, we got Biker. Biker is one I struggled with, so I kind of like a little bit of the design aspect on this skin. Once again, I think the back profile is cool. I think the helmet is an interesting design, but overall, the longer I look at it, the less I really like it. I wouldn't be mad if somebody decided to have this as their skin. This could probably work for some people. For me, guys, it doesn't really do too much. Next up is Masquerade. This is one that's held back by certain things. I think the top end looks cool. It's just there's stuff I like. The pants don't really look that great, and the weird frills on the shoes. I know it's thematic, but I think it doesn't really fit Reaper all too much. Onto probably an unpopular opinion. Blackwatch Reyes, guys. I'm not a big fan of Blackwatch Reyes, which is funny because I tend to really love the Blackwatch skins. But with that being said, I just think his is very lackluster. I understand it's lore canon, but he's just... I'd rather keep the menacing look of Reaper. When he's talking like a demon and looking like this, it's a little weird for me. So not my favorite. Next up is Rat King. Now this one's got a lot going for it. It's very, very flashy. It's got a very interesting design. I appreciate the amount of effort that seems to have went into the skin, but it really just comes down to the fact that I think a few more skins pull off this extravagant look a little bit better, specifically one that is far, far higher up the list, which I'll talk about when we get there. But Rat King's alright. I don't think it's bad. I can see people running this one, but it's just not towards the top of my list. Plague Doctor is my least favorite of this skin line. As far as the colors go, I think the swamp green is not as fitting as the other two that I think are a little bit more. They're a little bit more fitting of this look. I don't think it's terrible, but again, there are better skins. Next up, the better of the Luchador lines, the Tiger Luchador. I think the gold and black actually really looks cool. While I'm still not a huge fan of the basic skin design here, I think they did a really good job with the color contrasting. I think it looks good, especially if you have gold guns. So keep that in mind, that I am running the gold guns here. But I think it's alright. I think this is a pretty solid skin. Going into the next one, we got Soldier 24. I think this is the better of the two unmasked Reapers. I think this has a little bit more still, keeps his current look with the cape and, the dramatic look. I think it does a better job of that. I don't think it's amazing still compared to some stuff that's above it, but I think it's decent. Next up, we got Overwatch 2. Reaper is one of the few characters where I put his Overwatch 2 design a little bit below his Overwatch 1 design, mostly because I just feel like it got a little bit simplified, and while I do like the newer textures, I just think it's a little bit less iconic looking than his original design. Not by much, but just a little bit. So keep in mind, guys, anything above this point are skins that I would recommend over the base skin for Overwatch 2. So that's something to consider. Next up, I got El Blanco. I go back and forth in this skin. Sometimes I really don't like it. It's towards the bottom. Sometimes I love it. It's so goofy with the guitar, and it's very flashy. Sometimes if I'm really feeling it, sometimes putting on the skin somehow feels like the right thing to do. I'm not totally sure why. Coming up next, we got the Chasa skin. which is very, very weird. You got the smiling mask, you got the weird see-through hat. This one to me is just kind of goofy as well, which is why I like it. I think it's a little bit funny looking, and when people see you running at them like that, I think it can really, really strike fear into the hearts of your enemies. Next up, we got Mariachi. I think this is a little bit better. I think the dark coloring fits here a little bit more for Reaper, which is not a theme that I tend to automatically go to for Reaper, but I think for this specific skin, it kind of matches a balance, and then the mask looks great. The black guitar with the white pattern, I just think it fits Reaper. It carries on this design in a really good way. Now this is a very basic recoloring, but I have white really, really high on here because I just think it looks so damn clean with the white. You get to see the outline of his coat a little bit better. I just think it looks really good. This is probably not one of the ones that most people would lean towards, but out of all the recolors, I think this is one of the cleanest ones by far. Next up, we get his base Overwatch 1 skin. I think his Overwatch 1 skin is just really cool. It's one of the most iconic designs in the game. I think when you see the Reaper profile, you know it's Reaper. I just can't put it any lower than this just based on the icon factor alone. So going on to the next one, we got Dusk. This might not be a skin many people know about. It was given out during an event towards the end of Overwatch 1 when a lot of people probably weren't playing. I think this one's alright. It's got like a nice little vigilante feel to it. So I don't know. It brought back some kind of Ninja Turtle vibe for me where I thought it was just really cool. So I put it up a little bit higher than most people would probably have it. Next up, we got Evermore, the recolor. I told you about Plague Doctor not being my favorite. I think Evermore is a little bit of a more step in the right direction. I think the clean look on this honestly contrasts it really well. It looks almost kind of like eerie because it's, you know, you get this creepy Raven mask, but he's all in white. It's just something about it I think is really cool. It's not my favorite of the line, but I think it's decent. Hellfire is next. This is one of the best, in my opinion, price value skins. I'm really not sure why I don't have any of these Reaper skins. I have like almost everything unlocked for him, but I guess I wasn't prioritizing skins at the end of Overwatch 1 after I came back from my break. But Hellfire is one of the best values. $250, you get this skin that does not even look like a basic recolor. It's got a new mask. It's got, you know, particle effects. I think it's just really damn good for the value. And I think overall, guys, it just looks really cool. So I put it up a little bit higher. Next one is one that in my friend circle is a bit controversial, is Dracula. People seem to hate this skin for the fact that it has no hood. Guys, come on, it's not that big of a deal. It's just, I know he's known for the hood, but I think it looks damn awesome. I like the mask. I like the menacing look behind it. It's not as cool as one of the other Halloween skins. That's a little bit higher, but I think it is really, really damn good. Now, I believe we are into the top 5, which is where we start to get really good, because like I said, Reaper has some great skins. Going into number 5, this skin to me is so cool. I was tempted to put it at number 1, but I didn't want to be pulled in by, you know, oh, this one's the flashiest, so I got to put it at number 1. I like simple stuff. So I had to put it here. And I'm going with my opinions here. I don't want to be swayed. This skin is awesome. It is so well designed, very interesting, very flashy. Fits Reaper's character of being this menacing, you know, he's not afraid to get in the face of a tank and blast them. I really just like how much it fits Reaper, and I think there's just so much detail on this skin, guys. It's so damn cool. Number 4 is a classic. Nevermore. It fits this theme perfectly. I know it's a little bit generic at this point, but I just think because of how many people love this skin, I had to put it this high. You got the Raven guns. You got the purple coloring. It fits Reaper so damn well, and I just think it's perfect for him. Next up is, where is it? Cursed Captain. Cursed Captain is a weird skin. The octopus on the back is a bit weird, but same as the Pirate Sigma. I just think the pirate theme fits him really well. I don't think it fits many characters, but I think for Reaper and Sigma, it fits really damn well. I'd even consider moving this back a few spots. I could definitely see putting Nevermore above it, or, you know, Dracula and all the other ones I talked about. But for me, it's pretty high. But again, I could see why maybe not for you. Number 2, maybe a bit of a surprise, Shiver. To me, Shiver is so damn clean for the price. You have the cool particle effects on the mask. It's just his base costume with this nice blue and white clean theme. I think the pattern on the coat looks amazing. Something about this skin has always done it for me. I bought it immediately when I got the game. And when I first saw this skin, I bought it, and I was running it for so long. Probably why I never bought any other Reaper skins, because I loved this skin so much. There's only one that I put above it, but this one is just, I don't know. There's something about it, guys. You may not agree, and that's totally fine. You may want one of the more flashy ones. I just think this simple look fits him. It's menacing. It fits the winter theme so well. But there's one that does it a little bit better, and I think it's Pumpkin Reaper. I know it is a very, very, very normie opinion. Pumpkin Reaper is so cool to me. It's just so clean. He's got the pumpkin head. The guns are awesome. It's the perfect Halloween skin. It is one of my favorite Halloween skins because it doesn't take away from his design at all. It just adds to it. I run this skin all the time during the Halloween event, and I still think, to this day, it is up there for one of my best. Keep in mind, that top 5, totally interchangeable. I run all 5 of those skins. I love them all. I think they're awesome. I even run Dracula sometimes. I'll go up the list. Reaper has so many good skins, so if you don't agree, that's fine. Let me know what your favorite skin is. Don't be too upset about the placements, because like I said, guys, other than like the basic recolors, I think Reaper has a lot of amazing skins, and they're all good to choose from. That's why this is one of the hardest videos to make. With that being said, like I said, comment down below. Let me know what your favorite is. Let me know what character you want to see next, maybe, if you have a specific one you've been waiting for. Go ahead and watch the Ash, Sigma, and Bastion one if you want to. The Ash one has been the most viewed video on my channel, so I'm really grateful for that. Sigma Bastion didn't do too well, but that's okay. Regardless, hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great day, and good luck in your ranked climb, and good luck deciding on what skin you want to buy. See you later.